Different setup, ain't it? Alright. So, I'm up like 2 hours from where I usually, 2 hours from the two places that I usually record at. So, well, about an hour from one of the places. But like, yeah, if you weren't at the stream yesterday, I'll leave a time in the description. I'll probably put it on screen too. About, um, like when the actual video starts. I'm just gonna talk about where I'm at, what's going on for the next 5 days, and video content. So yeah. Alright, so I'm up at the Poconos. It's a part of the Appalachian Mountains in Pennsylvania. I'm sure you know that, of course. And I know because of COVID, but like, the county that's up here is now in the yellow. And there's three columns. There's red, yellow, and green. Green's like fully open. Yellow's part-time open, where we can do this kind of stuff. And red is just fully closed, where we can't do this stuff at all. And the county that's up here, not the county that's down like where, or Canadians won't understand this, but like the county down where I live at, and the two counties where I record at are not open. They're too like crazy, but they're saying they will open on like Friday, maybe Friday next week. So yeah, and this county up here is open. Like, it's not like fully open like green. It's yellow. So I'm able to go do this stuff up here. So there's 7 of us. We're not hitting like the 10 people mark. So don't worry about that. And I'm going to be here for the next 5 days. So video content will be tried to keep at a minimum of 2 videos per day, which is kind of what we've been doing all week. And yeah, I'm just gonna keep grinding. I'm going to probably be staying up pretty late these nights, grinding on video content, because I do have a video plan tomorrow that's actually kind of interesting. It won't be in this setup. It'll probably be inside. It's just really beautiful outside, and I thought I'd come out here. So yeah, now that we've got to here, we can actually get into the video. So, my top 10 favorite Toronto Maple Leafs. At number 10, you have Zach Hyman. Now, the Toronto Maple Leafs, before we get into the other players, were a bit of kind of a hard team to come up with. Yes, I know players from Toronto, but I don't really have favorite ones that I necessarily watch on the ice. I really don't watch Toronto that much, and I might surprise people because Toronto is a really popular team. So yeah, at number 10, you have Zach Hyman, and Zach Hyman just has that face that makes me that looks really good, and he's actually not too bad of a player. Number 9 is Tyson Barrie. He was a part of the I forget who was it? It wasn't Tyson Barrie. It was Nazem Kadri. I couldn't think of his name. It was like, was it Nazem Kadri? He was a part of the Nazem Kadri trade, who is an honorable mention in this list. And when Tyson Barrie came in, I started liking him right away. When I watched Toronto the 4 or 5 times that I've watched him this season, he was one of my favorite players. At number 8, you have Jake Gardiner. Jake Gardiner, of course, is now with the Carolina Hurricanes. Before he went to Toronto, but before he went there, he was one of my favorites in Toronto when I just started watching hockey. Number 7 is Patrick Marleau, and Patrick Marleau, if he stayed with the Maple Leafs, would probably be higher on this list, because Marleau is like an absolute legend of a hockey player. He is one of the best hockey players I've ever seen. He plays great with the Sharks. He played great with the Sharks. He wasn't really too good this season, but you know. And then he got traded to Carolina, got bought out of his contract. Nobody signed him for until like what, November? No, not November, like October. And yeah, he basically came back in, actually played pretty good. Number 6 is James Van Riemsdyk. Now I know you guys are thinking like, what? James Van Riemsdyk, he's with the Flyers right now, and that's probably pretty obvious why I have him there, because he was a Flyer, and I kind of like him as a Maple Leaf. And I was pretty happy when he went to Philly. Number 5 is Morgan Rielly. Morgan Rielly is also is a pretty good player. And I remember with Nail Yakupov in the 2012, I want to say 2012 draft, and with him selecting Morgan Rielly instead of Nail Yakupov. I remember Brian Burke talking about that on the Spin Checklist podcast. Some of you guys might know that episode. But yeah, he was talking about how Yakupov had the worst interview ever, and then they went for Morgan Rielly. Number 4 is William Nylander. William Nylander has that name. He was actually pretty solid in my Maple Leafs franchise mode. And And yeah, he was a very solid and good player. Number 3 is Mitch Marner. Mitch Marner has a very bright future with Toronto. Mitch Marner is like a beauty, and he's like him, Matthews, Tavares, who is an honorable mention actually because he's not on this list. I don't usually like. He hasn't really been in Toronto for too long. I mean, I know you guys are saying like, why is Tyson Barrie in here then, Evan? But yeah, he hasn't really been in Toronto for too long. Number 2 is Frederik Andersen. Frederik Andersen's like one of my favorite goaltenders, and very solid starter, and he's a solid player. Number 1 is Austin Matthews, and Austin Matthews is pretty obvious. I remember the incident back in what was it, July, with him at an Arizona hotel, and yeah, he's from Arizona. The Coyotes are my second favorite team. Of course, I have to like Austin Matthews. So there you go. That is my top 10 favorite Toronto Maple Leafs. No, it's not that good of a quality-wise video, but I don't really have much options here. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, do make sure to drop a like and subscribe. And we're at 123, still trying to get to 130 before June 1st. We're only like 8 days away, so try and make it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.